everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Des Naomi. I know, long time no see, and I'm gonna tell you guys in this video why I've been away from YouTube for so long. Long story short, I wrote a book. So if you guys want to hear about that, how it influenced my YouTubes and all of that, yeah, stay tuned. So basically, in the summer of 2018, I started writing a book. I did not know that I wanted to write. I didn't go to school for writing. I went to school for business. I never had any ideas of writing like a full-length piece. I've always been interested in blogging, in poetry and things like that, but I never even considered like fiction writing. So kind of out of the blue, I had this idea that I wanted to write a book. And what I wrote is a young adult romance book. It's kind of like in the vein of like Crazy Rich Asians or like To All the Boys I've Loved Before, that kind of romance style of book. And yeah, just like cute, cheesy rom-com type thing, because that's my thing. I love that. So I had the idea that I wanted to write it, and I actually wrote the first draft of it very, very quickly. So I started writing in the summer. I finished that first draft by October, and it was 300 pages, fully completed first draft. And kind of like the day after I finished it, I was like, oh yeah, this is trash. Like, no one is ever seeing this. This is awful. It was good for me to have that first draft finished, for me to know that I could do it, and also for me to kind of read through and see, oh yeah, there's some talent here. There's something I can work with. It's just that this draft is awful. I could immediately see all the plot holes, all the characterization issues, just all the things that I needed to fix right after writing it. So I knew straight away I needed a whole new draft. So that October, I started working on my second draft. I thought the second draft was going to go quite the same way as the first, be very fast, easy. It was not. The second draft, I knew I wanted to really get right because this was going to be the closest to the final version of the book. And it took me a long time. I spent a long time going back and forth about plot lines, about character lines, fixing things, rewriting things. There are whole notebooks of chapters that are not getting used, just things that I had to really work through to figure out where I was going with the book. So that second draft took me all of last year up until January. I just finished it last week. And at a certain point, I realized that I needed to prioritize my life. So this brings me to YouTube. I feel like a lot of people, especially creative people, have the issue that I'm going to talk about. So there are a ton of creative people in my family, and I see us all having the same issue, where you are so creative and so talented in so many different lanes and areas that you try and do everything, and you end up doing a whole lot of nothing. So if you're trying to focus on all these things just to see which one pops off, you're not really giving any one of them enough attention to really develop and grow in that one area. So I knew after it was taking me so long to finish this draft that me doing YouTube and doing Instagram and trying to get this book off the ground at the same time while also, doing work and all of that, something had to give. I wasn't giving enough time and energy to what I wanted to do. And I had to decide, do I want to focus on YouTube or do I want to focus on writing? And at the end of the day, through this whole process, I realized I love writing. Like, even though I was tearing my hair out at points, I was frustrated, I was irritated, I knew this was something I wanted to keep doing and really get better at, and really, hopefully, do as a full-time job. So I knew I wanted to give writing my all, and to do that, I had to prioritize writing. So what I decided was that while I'm working on the second draft, I'm going to stop every other side hobby, side hustle that I'm doing. So writing was going to be my main focus, and everything else was just done, quick cold turkey. And what that meant was I quit YouTube cold turkey, until I was going to finish the second draft. I didn't realize it was going to be 5 months. I thought, again, I was going to finish this second draft so quick. It was going to be like a month and then I'd be back to normal. That didn't happen. It took quite a while. And it's kind of funny because I had all these video ideas saved, literally like 4 or 5 videos halfway done filming, videos that were already filmed that just needed to be edited, already sitting on my laptop. None of them could be done. I had to stop everything. So all of that is still sitting there. All those videos are still half finished or on their way to being finished, sitting on my laptop, and I just had to completely focus. And the end result is that I finished the book. The first draft and the second draft are done, and it ended up working. Focusing my attention really helped me to kind of lock in. And especially with the book, you kind of have to be thinking about plot lines and storylines all the time and just submit yourself in that world in order to think about what's going to happen or what you want to happen. And kind of going in and out, thinking about YouTube and then only thinking about this for 3 hours a day and then going back to something else wasn't really effective for me. So kind of locking in for that 5 months made all the difference. So next steps, what's happening now, I am done with that second draft. I have sent it to a few friends to kind of proofread, have some fresh eyes on it, because after a year and a half of living in it, I can't read it with an unbiased opinion. I can't read it as like a fresh reader and figure out what works, what doesn't work. So I sent it off to them to get their feedback. And I'm in the process of creating proposals and query letters to send to book agents so that I can get some representation and hopefully take it to publishers to get published. So that's what I'm working on right now. All that being said, none of that is as intensive as actually writing the book. So once I finished that draft, I was like, okay, I can make YouTube videos again. So that's why I'm here making this video for the first time in months, because I have freed up my time now. So you guys have a lot to look forward to from me. I have a lot of video ideas saved up because during that whole time I've still been doing my hair and working on beauty stuff. I just haven't been showing it. So I have a lot of ideas saved that I'm excited to show you guys. And I'm also really excited to show you guys what happens with this book as I'm going through this process of trying to get agents, trying to get published, and hopefully getting published into stores and such. So I want to take you guys along with me as we're doing that. In the future, I'll probably make a full video about the book itself, like what's going on with it, plot lines, things like that. I don't know, some part of me just still feels really weird about telling people what it's about. There's like a small section of me that feels like if I tell somebody, they're gonna steal the idea and then write it before I can finish it, which is so dumb because it took me a year and a half, but I kind of still feel that way. So I'm gonna tell you guys eventually what it's about. But stay tuned. It's a YA romance, and I think it's pretty good. So yeah, I can't wait to share with you guys everything I'm doing, and stay tuned for more videos from me. But hiatus is over. You'll be seeing a lot more of me in the future, and thanks for sticking around in the meantime. I will see you guys next time. Bye.